Suit. Twig still getting pulled down. Good morning. Good morning. Tuesday morning. It's been really good morning. BTTC pushing back, trying to push back. Some good early morning trades here this morning. Victoria, good morning. Kathy, good morning. Vicky, good morning. Good morning to everybody on TikTok and YouTube. Traveling Trade Adventures. We've had some good trades. IVF this morning early was a beautiful run. We got a press release on TWG. Hopefully you guys caught that one. TWG. And that stock, let's see where it's at now. It's still getting pulled down here. But that stock ran on that press release 220%. That was a 7 o'clock press release. Just a beaut, an absolute beauty. BTTC early this morning, beautiful. CCHH, nice early morning run. Let's take a look at DRCT. Direct Digital is moving up. Had a nice little push here about 6 minutes ago. Kind of floating sideways at the moment. Well, it might start popping here. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Some nice runners. Penny stocks are still doing extremely well. EVTV came back. Good deal. Good morning, David. Mag Dude, good morning. So let's go back and look at TWG. Let's see if that one's going to recover. SDST is not. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Darn good. Good morning. Twig is trying to curl back up. Be really something to see that recover completely and get back up over 11 again. That was a nice run. That was a beaut. That was a beaut, Clark. That was a beaut. What's the temperature? It was 30 degrees here this morning. 30. You heard that right. 30 degrees in Central Florida. A little chilly. Everett, good morning. A little bit on the chilly side for Florida. I had to put the old hoodie on. Just a little bit on the chilly side. De-icing. UFO. Yeah. It's 1 in Ohio. Holy smokes. 7 in central Kentucky. Oh my gosh. Carrie, good morning. Bonnie, good morning. CCHH 67 to 77. Good trade, Pink. Making some good trades on these this morning. Grand Rising. 0 in Gurnee, Illinois. Good morning. Good morning to everybody on Traveling Trade Adventures this morning, and good morning, TikTok. Good to have you guys here. We're going to get some press releases here in about 8 minutes for the 8 o'clock stuff. Some really good runners this morning. Early pre-market was really good. And so far, 7 o'clock, the only thing that we had really decent at 7 was Twig, TWG, and that one ran 220%. 730 didn't really produce anything. SDST came out at 730. It started to run, it started to push up, but it just really couldn't get going. It went from 395 to 569, almost $2 climb on the press release. So it wasn't terrible, but it got pulled down pretty quick. It got pulled down pretty fast. TWG's going sideways here for a little bit, looks like. It's supposed to be minus 20 in Wisconsin on Saturday. It's a balmy 7 degrees in Iowa. Uh, 13 in Northwest Connecticut. It's cold out there. And Florida is not immune to the cold. 30 degrees. That's cold for Central Florida. Northern Florida, up in the Panhandle, got snow. I saw pictures of snow on the beaches up there. Just unreal. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, we got snow in Florida. Minus 13 in Minnesota right now. Jimbo, no, the town doesn't shut down, but I'll tell you what, people are dressed. People put on their winter clothes for sure. Terry, good morning. But no matter how cold it gets here in Florida, people still go to Walmart in their pajamas. So cold has no effect. You know, it snowed up here in Florida, down here in Florida, up north. All right, we've got 4.5 minutes. TWG trying so hard to go back up. That's a micro float stock, so it could move real quick. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on it. It's trying. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. I do appreciate it very much. And thank you for following on TikTok. Also very appreciated. Yeah, Hollywood, they did have some pictures up in the Panhandle. The beaches in Florida had snow on them, which I'm sure people vacationing didn't appreciate too much. It's not a good time to come down to Florida if you're trying to get away from the cold and get some sunshine on the beach. Not a good time for that. I would put that off for another month at least. I would put that off just a little bit longer. Not a good time for it. Still got my sinuses messed up. Good morning, Hushboo. Good morning. Florida full. That's right. We're full. Don't come down. It's too cold. SHPH, Shuttle Pharmaceuticals. Got a sudden spike there. SHPH. Quick sudden spike. Not seeing any press releases. It does have a really small float, though. 1.4 million public float. That's pretty small. Boy, SHPH really trying to move up on that little float, man. That thing's up 69%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%. Anybody go look at it? Good heavens. We just jumped from the time I told you SHPH was getting a little jump. That stock went from $1.93 to $3.43 in less than 2 minutes. Wow. Good heavens. Yeah, I don't see any news on it, but good gravy. That thing jumped quick. It's got that little float. That always helps with that small float. That's why we always pay attention to those stocks with those little tiny floats, because they move an insane amount just for nothing. $229 to $309 on SHPH for Chaw Wee. Good job. Good trade, Chaw Wee. Very good trade. Hushboo did. Thank you. Jumped in and jumped out. Good deal. Very good deal. All right, let's see what 8 o'clock throws out here, if anything. So far, nothing. Hang on. They're still coming in. LGO signs a Definitive agreement for $56 million sale of iron ore. ASBP secures strategic site and power access to 25 megawatt data center in the United Arab Emirates. That's on ASBP. ASBP. Let's take a look at it. Still have some press releases popping in here. RNTX receives orphan drug designation. And it's dropping. RNTX. SGN Signing Day Sports provides an update on their business combination with blockchain. SGN. It's a little 13-cent stock. Let's take a look at RNTX here. Orphan drug designation. Not going anywhere. No volume. 22 million public float on RNTX. And really hardly any volume at all. Now let's take a look at SGN. Let's see where that's going to go. AKAN announces $7 million convertible note offering. Microfloat. Let's see. It doesn't look like out of the 8 o'clock stuff. Out of the 8 o'clock press releases, SGN provides their business update on the business combination with blockchain. It's trying. It's all over the place. Pay attention to the bid and the ask price on that one. Don't pay attention to those big spikes on the candles. DRMA microfloat. DRMA receives notice of a patent for next generation acne treatment by the Australian Patent Office. DRMA. Let's see. Doesn't look like 8 o'clock was very good to us here with press releases. Pardon my sniffles. This cold weather is really messing with my sinuses. So I do apologize. Celine, good morning. Now that ACAN, AKAN, let's take a look at that one. That was the micro float. 38. Again, don't pay attention to those wild swings on those candles. Look at the ask price and the bid price. That's where it's actually at. Don't let those big swings on those candles fool you. That can really throw you off. Really messes things up at 8 o'clock. Throws all the scanners off because the scanners see that big spike on the candle and everything's hitting the scanner, and it really throws things wacky. We'll have to wait for that to settle down a little bit. But don't pay attention to it. DRMA is trying to push up. That's the patent news. Boy, some of these are really skewed on price movement because of these candles. America's Most Wanted. Good morning. Now I have DRMA listed as a micro float. Scans has it as a micro float. But I would double check your source just to make sure. But it doesn't look like 8 o'clock gave us a whole lot here. It's probably going to be about 8:15 or so before these candles settle down a little bit. I'm not seeing anything. Got my eyes on the news right now, watching the news scanners. See what pops up. SHPH trying to move up. Shuttle Pharmaceuticals, SHPH. Up 126% now. $136. Steve. Got it from $3 to $3.50 on SHPH. CCHH was a good climb early this morning. Early pre-market. That stock was on fire and pushed up real nice again at 7 o'clock. It's getting a decent amount of volume. So far, it's looking pretty good. Let's go back and look at SHPH. Boom. 130% now. What a nice climb. I wonder if it can get more than 130%. AMOD and SurgePay unite to target the over $100 million subprime and underserved consumers driving America's prepaid economy. That's on AMOD and SURG, Alpha Modus and SurgePay. AMOD is in the red right now. Surge, SURG, that's up about a little over 4.5%. Let's go back and look at Twig again. TWG. That's all over the place. SHPH. Not sure that's going to get much more than 130%. It might, but I don't see any press releases on that one. Carlos, 279 to 399. Got over $1 a share off of SHPH. Nicely done, Carlos. Good trades. Nice climb on that this morning. 130%. Wow. Very nice. Nothing there. All right. Well, we are going to head to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. We hope you can join us over there for the 8:30 and 9 o'clock press releases. We'd love to have you join us over there. Thank you for hitting the follow button. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures as well. Very much appreciated. Shooting for 300 subscribers by the end of the month. I don't know if we'll hit it or not, but we still have a week, almost 2 weeks to go. So we hope we hit that. Where is the info to join Zoom? All you have to do to join Zoom is go to our website, which is wolfpackcommunity.com, and subscribe to live Zoom trading. And we're on there. We go live at 6:45 in the morning there, Eastern time, and we're live until the market opens at 9:30. I do put my scanner up. I have a pre-market scanner that I put up on Zoom at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's early for everybody that likes to trade in those early pre-market hours. And they can see the scanner and see what's moving in the market at 4 a.m. So that goes live on Zoom at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I go live on Zoom around 6:45. But you have to do that through the website, wolfpackcommunity.com. All right. So we're going to head over to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. Go to the search and type in Traveling Trade Adventures, and that's where you'll find us live for the 8:30 and the 9 o'clock press releases. And we, as always, appreciate you hitting the subscribe button over there. Very much appreciated. So maybe we'll get something at 8:30 that we can use, and we hope to see you. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:45 right here on TikTok. You guys have a great trading day. God bless. Keep them green. Made $0. All right, IBF. SHPH getting pulled down. Twig, TWG. Slow. Did I say slow? Curl back up. It's trying. The lows are getting a little bit higher, not much, but the lows are trying to crawl up there. SHPH 130, but it's back down again. Just not anything to use at the moment. So we're going to continue waiting for press releases. We've got about 10 minutes to go, We'll get the 8:30 press releases, and then if you can stick around with us till 9 o'clock, we'll get the 9 o'clock press releases. Hopefully you guys can stick around. In the meantime, we'll just keep an eye on the ones that are already moving from this morning. Let's see where SHPH is at. It's trying to push back up. Not sure what's driving this one this morning. I don't see any press releases on that. But really impressive climb on that stock this morning. Really impressive. But that low float has a lot to do with that. That low float has a lot to do with that. Terry, 293 to 404 and half out on SHPH. Good trade, Terry. Oh, man. Boy, the weather is really messing with my sinuses. Really, really horsing around with my sinuses. Let's take a look at DRMA. DRMA, listed as a micro float. This is the one that got the notice of a patent, I believe from Australia. Yes, from the Australian Patent Office. So it won't have the impact of a U.S. patent. But it is a microfloat. We always have to take that in consideration. So we might get a nice big push on that at some point. It just needs volume. BTTC, let's go back and look at that one again. That's curling back up. For everybody that's been following BTTC, had some good trades on that this morning, early morning. Some real good trades on that one. It is trying to curl back up. Pardon my sniffles. And I can feel my head getting sinusy. It's just dumb, stupid weather. Moved from northern Indiana down to Florida to get away from the cold. And I get this, 30 degrees. Excuse me. VNRX. Violation continues to extend access to new Q vet cancer test. Voliation RX. 2 new centralized laboratories providers. Let's see. 4 more minutes. 4 minutes. Me and my sinuses, I'll tell you what. I can't wait for it to warm up. Icon, ICON. So getting ready to push. Microfloat, ICON. Big runner this morning. Perhaps. Oh my gosh. VNRX. I mentioned that one to you already. Apparently, they have a cancer test. It's for animals. It's a canine cancer test, early detection tool, and they're going to be offering that test to customers across all 50 states starting in February. It's up about 13%. 91 million public float. Let's go back and look at SHPH. Trying to push back up, isn't it? My apologies on the sniffles. I know nobody likes to listen to that, but my head is getting full. SHPH trying to push back up here. Icon not ready to go yet. Doesn't look like. That VNRX is now up 15%. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of January. We're on a mission. Trying to get to that ever elusive 1,000 subscribers. So we're just taking it 1 month at a time. I'm hoping for 300 by the end of the month, and then another 300 by the end of the next month. I'm going to keep working on it. All right, 8:30. What do you got for me? SYPR. receives a long-term sole source award from Global Truck, OEM. A lot of press releases coming out here at 8:30, but they're all in the red. Everything's in the red. SHPH still trying to push up. It's back up 130%. Scott took the dip on SHPH at 295. You're sitting pretty good on that one, Scott. Keep it red. Keep it green, I mean, not red. Don't keep it red. I seen all this red on my screen, and red hit my brain. There's a lot of red on the 8:30 press releases. A lot. DRMA starting to creep slowly back up again. That's the one that's the micro float that had the notice of a patent from Australia. Slowly creeping up. Class action lawsuit. A lot of press releases at 8:30, but nothing we can use. Everything's in the red. Nothing decent. Oh, boy, I hope this passes. If it just warm up outside, I'd be all right. It's stinking weather getting the best of me. All right, let me go back. Oh, look at that thing go. Oh, my gosh. Carrie, you have a great day. SHPH pushing up so beautifully. My gosh. Good dip by Scott. Beautiful dip by. Now let's go back and look at CRVS. Boom. Look at that. Nice. Up 58%. Getting ready to smack 13. Excuse me. I'm fighting it. Now, CRVS This was one of our 7 o'clock press releases. This is the one that announced positive data from a phase 1 clinical trial. It's been doing pretty good this morning. It's up 62%. Scott got SHPH from 295 to 395. Nice trade, Scott. Nicely done. Nicely done. Feels good when you can scalp a whole $1 a share off of them. That's a good feeling. No, I don't see any news on SHPH. If there's some news out there, I don't have it. I don't see any SEC filings. Nothing. 165%. Pardon me. Oh. Almost sneezed. Don't you hate that? Get a sneeze building up and building up and building up, and you know it's coming, and then it just disappears. DRMA trying to curl. CRVS. Hanging in there and trying. Nice climb over the last 6 minutes or so. That had a really nice bump. Gold and silver moving up nicely. 90% out. SHPH at 455 from 293. Terry, beautiful job. 430. Nice. Good trades. Very good trades. All right, let's look at TWG. That was a big runner this morning. 220% run on that stock this morning on a press release. Let's see if it looks like it's trying to push up again. It's a micro float stock, so when it goes quick. IVF tried, but got pulled right back down again. WGCRVS. Let's look at SHPH. Hanging in there. Next leg up, maybe to 450. DRMA hanging in there. Icon hanging in there. Feeling miserable, but I'm not going to give up. Not going to give up. Rick says he's got his eye on NUAI for a pop. ACRS moving up. Aquarius Therapeutics. Not a lot of volume there. Only 93,000 shares traded on that stock. And you can tell from the 1 minute chart, there's not been a lot of volume there, but it's had a nice, slow, steady climb. Perhaps 845 will throw something at us. We usually get all of our class action lawsuits thrown at us at 845. Every once in a while, they'll throw something good in there besides a class action lawsuit. RMTI. RMTI trying to pop all of a sudden. Rockwell Med. They reported financials this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. That's what's driving that interest on that stock. SHPH trying again. Can we get it over 200%? $165% at the moment. Would love to see that climb over 200. All right, here's some 845 stuff. PPCB files new provisional patent application. In Australia. Little 34-cent stock. But again, that's not a patent. That's just an application. Michael, looking for SHPH to go up 200%. Just wondering if it will. Not saying that it will. I'm just wondering if it will. We got it up 106, over 165%. We're just wondering if that next 35% was going to come or not. Icon, ICON, starting to push up again. Back over 3. ICON. What price is 200%? Well, I'd have to do the math on it, but I'm going to guess somewhere around 460. Just over 460, maybe 470. iPhone, you're welcome. Take more than a little head cold to keep me away. So I have to be really, really, really sick to miss pre-market. Come on. Looking for SHPH to pop. I really want that to hit 200 this morning. 200%. Won't take much of a pop. 172 now. Come on. 175, 179. Come on. 184. 88. Got it over 180. We don't need much. Come on. Nice little pop. 192, 96, 204%. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. 204%. Terry, all out of SHPH. 293 to 455. Nice trade, Terry. Wicked up to 498. Over 200% on that stock. Wolfpack's eating good today. That's 2 stocks this morning on press releases. Well, SHPH didn't have a press release, so I got to take that back. But that's 2 stocks this morning, just since 7 o'clock, that have gone over 200%. Gotta love that. take a look at it on the 5 minute. We wicked up to $5. And we were live with you when that thing started. It was about $1.87 or so when that thing started taking off. So from $1.87 to $5. It's a nice little run. Steve, you have a great morning as well. It doesn't look like SHPH is done yet. Looks like it's still trying to push up into the fives. Michael, no, we called that out when it started moving. SHPH. That hit our scanner. It was up about 3%. It hits the scanner at 3%. When it moves up 3%, that's when it hits the scanner. So it moved 3%. We mentioned it, and the rest is in the books. Well, IVF is just having a hell of a time, isn't it? Pardon me. Oh. Pardon me. I'm fighting it. Oh. ACRS moving up. Twig trying to move up off of that. Twig's just having a heck of a time here this morning, which is a shame considering how high that thing ran this morning on that news. It's just having a heck of a time. FRSX. FRSX. iNet and SoftBank advanced strategic collaboration in Japan. That stock just jumped 100% in 30 seconds. FRSX. That was huge. Wow. What a spike. Not even 30 seconds old. Jumped from $1.40 to $3.23. Has a 97 million public float. FRSX. And now it's struggling. Come on, baby. We're down here around 62% right now, 58%. Sizable float on that. So it's going to take some really good volume. It's got a 1.4 million on it so far. That jumped quick, man. Wow. Let's see where it goes. 69. Now it's up to 70%. It's all over. All over the place. It's like it's going to pull down. Got a pretty sizable float. We'll keep an eye on it. See where it goes. TWG still trying to curl back up. Poor thing. SHPH getting pulled down. You got 4.3. I got 97 on scans. I hope it's 4.3. Momo shows it at 18 million on the float. It's pulling down. Boy, was that a quick pop. Holy crap. It's dropped 30% just here in the last 30 seconds or so. Let's look at CRVS. Up 65%. This is the one that announced the positive data on a phase 1 clinical trial at 7 o'clock this morning. Nice climb on that since 7 a.m. Let's see what 9 o'clock's got for us here. MID. ALBT announces FDA registration renewal for Keto Air and planned B2B and B2C launch through Ketchup, its automated generative AI short form video platform. That's on ALBT. 3.7 million public float. CRVS up 67%. Is FRSX going to try and climb? It's back up 56%. So it's gone up 20% in the last couple of minutes. All right, we've got a stock coming off of a reverse split today. We'll be trading in its new post-split numbers. BTOG. BTOG. Coming off of a reverse split. FRSX pushing back up again. It's back up 77%, so it's gone up 40%, 80% now. It's gone up 40% off of that dip. CRVS trying very hard to get up to 14 bucks. FRSX at 80%. 1397 on CRVS. On that press release, we are up 73%. Wow. 1439. 1446. Up 80% on that. $14.48. Let's take a look at it on the 5-minute. Still looking pretty good. XTP. Wow, what a climb. My apologies. I'm fighting it. Pinky's in at 1163 on CRVS. Going to make a good trade on this one. Is 100% incoming on CRVS. Can we do it? We're 74%, 75%. Let's push. Be nice to see that hit 100% before 9:30. The same with that FRSX. Be nice to see that one run up over 250, 260, 270. Throw that up in the 100% range again. Come on, CRVS getting ready to pop some more. 79%. Come on. Come on. Nice big pop. Come on, retail. 80%. We only got 20% to go. We're going to do it. Come on. 81%. Come on, retail. Slap that ask price. Let's hit 15. We can do it. I know we can do it. 82%. On. Big push right here up through 15 would be just beautiful. Let's see. FRSX. How about SHPH? SHPH holding on. Not giving up its gains just yet. TWG's falling apart. ACRS hanging in there. 85%. CRVS, 85%. Come on. Look at that climb. Look at that climb, folks, from this morning. Beautiful. $14.93. So dang close. So close. So close. And then down she comes. We're going to get a little bit of that sell-off before 9:30. A lot of people are not going to hold that going into open. Remember that. A lot of experienced day traders are going to let that go before the market opens for fear of it dropping when the market opens. So they're going to lock in their profit and not mess with it. And then they'll wait and see what it does when the market opens and potentially jump back in again if it wants to climb. Scalp it again. Look at all the freaking runners this morning, man. The market has just been crazy. Pinky's out at 1389. 1163 to 1389. Good trades. Really good trades. Beautiful trade. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, by the way. I wish I wasn't feeling the way I feel right now, but it's kind of throwing my game off a little bit. My sinuses are distracting me. It's hard to focus. Hard to focus when you're not feeling well. We'll be back on again at 4 o'clock this afternoon on Zoom at 4 p.m. for after hours. See if we can snag something on a press release in after hours. And Traveling Trade Adventures will be back on again tomorrow morning at 7:45 Eastern Time, 7:45. Yeah, that cold weather up north might clear me right up. I don't know. It's just cold. It's the change in the weather, man. We go from 70 degrees in the afternoon to 30 degrees in the morning. It just, my poor sinuses just can't keep up with it. Come on, CRVS. Give me that 100%. In a homely puppy sort of way. Appreciate that, darn good. I can always count on you to boost my ego for me. Darn good's keeping it real. Oh, shoot. Not seeing any new press releases. I doubt we get anything between now and 9:30 as far as press releases, but I really want to see that CRVS pop over 100%. Would like to see it before 9:30, but if it wants to pop just after 9:30, that'd be okay too. We'll take it. Got a few more press releases coming out, but they're all in the red. Nothing we could use. TWG. TWG, that's not real. It's good news, but it's not real strong news. Not the kind of news that I would suspect is going to push that stock up much today. But it is good news. They've announced an agreement for an acquisition of a wine authentication and tracking system and wine trading business. So it's good news, but that news is not the kind that gets retail excited. It moved up beautifully this morning on that news, but that was all FOMO, pre-market FOMO. And on top of that, micro float. That was just a combination of a really small float, getting it going, and then as it's starting to climb, you get the FOMO from traders pushing it up even higher. But on the surface, it's not huge news. Honestly, the play on that was, early this morning when the press release came out, ride that big spike up here, in that $10 range, and then let it go. But that's, I'll add to that. I don't know if it's going to go up today. I have no idea. It could spike again because of the micro float, and it could spike and run, back up into the $10, $11 range. It really could. That micro float can do anything. You've seen how those things run. When they run crazy. But I wouldn't expect it to on that news. Let's look at IVF again. IVF trying to push up here before market opens. Yeah, I'd keep the right eye on it, Scott, but I don't think I'd be putting money into it right now. That's just me, though. If it was my money, I wouldn't feel confident in buying that stock at the moment. Well, I thought for sure we were going to get that 200% out of that CRVS, but it's not looking like that's the case. IVF, however, is pushing back up. That stock was up over 400% this morning. I don't know if you guys got that in real early pre-market trading this morning, but it was up over 400%. It was climbing like crazy this morning. I'm going to keep my eye on. It looks like you got ACRS. We mentioned that one this morning. It's still kind of trying to sort of climb up a little bit. Nothing dramatic. IVF is pushing up here as we speak. It's up 330%. Darn good. You have a great morning, my friend. I'll see you this afternoon if you're lucky. I'm glad you got a chance to see me. IVF still trying to push up. Let's look at SHPH getting pulled down hard here before open. A lot of sell-off before open. A lot of day traders don't hold going into open. They do not hold. There's no telling what a stock's going to do when the market opens at 9:30. Some of them will tank. Some of them will climb. You just don't know where the market's going to take them. And as a matter of caution, a lot of traders just sell off before the market opens, take their money, and take the profit because of fear of potential for it to fall at 9:30. So a good portion of the stocks, you'll notice between 9:20 and 9:30, a lot of them are getting pulled down. A lot of people selling off. Not always. Every once in a while, you'll see one climbing into open. CAPR. It's a $26 stock. CAPR Therapeutics provides regulatory update on their drug following FDA review of HOPE-3 top-line data. FRSX tanked. FRSX sure did tank. Got pulled down hard, didn't it? All right. Let's look at TWG. TWG trying to climb here, coming into open. Oh, my gosh. I think I'm going to try to sleep this off this morning. Go back to bed and take some NyQuil and see if I can't sleep this off. I'm going to watch CRVS closely here at open, see if that takes a nice climb. Load up on zinc. Need to load up on something. Be a good shot of whiskey or something. Do I look as I look miserable, don't I? MDF. Good morning. You getting secondhand sniffles? Yeah, I'm hoping I get better too here. Maybe by 4 o'clock here, when we do after hours on Zoom, I'll feel a lot better. I hope. It's miserable. Hate being miserable. Byron, it started this morning. Felt pretty good when I woke up this morning. As soon as I went outside this morning, this nose started running and stinking. Just cold air. I don't know. I'll get it licked though. I'll get it wiped out. I'll get it. TII, Titan Manufacturing, Titan Mining Corporation, excuse me. TII, trying to climb up a little bit here, coming into market open. IBRX doing the same. Alex, thank you. TII still trying to push up, coming into open. Let's look at TWG. Top Wealth. Still trying. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Craig, thank you. Yeah, hop on that wave runner this morning and go out in that cold air. I'm sure that'll help. I'm sure that'll help a bunch. Oh my goodness. A hot toddy. There you go. All right, we've got about 25 seconds until the market opens. My eyes are going to be on CRVS to see if this thing can manage to climb up and get over that ever elusive 100%. Look at all the runners this morning. My gosh, there's been so many. Last 2 weeks have been insane for us. Just crazy. Let's take a look here. Let me pull up. Market session, regular hours. Looks like CRVS is getting pulled. Oh. Thank you, Peter. ACRS. Nice little bump up. PHIO announces key tumor response data. This press release just came out at 9:30. PHIO. DTSS, and its partner, Yazami Technology, jointly launch an 18-month channel execution plan for acoustic hair care robots. That is extremely trusting. You let a robot cut your hair. You have to be extremely trusting. CRVS fighting. ACRS moving up. All right. Well, that's going to be it. NUAI. That's going to be it for me today. I got to go get warmed up and get some medicine in me. So you guys have a great day of trading. Good luck. And I will see you on Zoom this afternoon at 4 o'clock if you can make it. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. So you guys have a great day. God bless. And keep them green. Please keep them green.